You're listening to the Watercooler Edit with Rich and Eman.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Watercooler Edit with my Bayut, hosted by myself, Eman, and Richard.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine, and today we're actually going to be talking about how there are so many things that you can do in Dubai. But if you're looking for fun indoor entertainment venues, if you're looking to star on a reality quiz show, if you're looking to try out a new and unique food hall, we discuss all that and more on this episode. So, Richard, let's get started. Do you want to talk about the first venue that we will be discussing?
Yeah, why not? I'll go first. Well, we're going to chat together, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we'll start with a digital art space called Immersi. So almost immersive, but we've at the end it's got S-double-E, Immersi. See what they've done there?
Yeah.
Woohoo! Yeah, in Sustainable City.
Okay.
I personally haven't been to Sustainable City as yet, but I will be going because I want to check this place out. So look, we've had digital art spaces in Dubai for a while now. I mean, you had Infinity des Lumières.
Yes.
Terrible pronunciation, but there you go. Dubai Mall. There's now the art museum at Dubai Mall, and there's Toda.
Yes.
It's Madinat, isn't it? Yeah. So this place is in a similar vein, but has its own unique features.
Okay.
So they've got various. Look, have you been to one of these places?
Yes.
Yeah. So you basically it immerses you in the art. So the art's all around you. It's projected. It's on you. It's on the floors. It's on the walls. It's on the ceilings. It's literally everywhere. But I think there's some kind of cool things that this place does. Like, for example, they're showing like some immersive movies.
Yes.
Right? So they're showing one at the moment, which is called like Boundless. And checking the website, I think that maybe you sit on like beanbags in the middle of one of the rooms, one of the immersive spaces. They're quite big. And like this is all about, it's got like the canals of Venice. It's got this, it's all kind of it's about people who are environmentally making a difference. This particular movie about people who are environmentally making a difference to the planet. So yeah, you're in the canals of Venice, and then you're on the Amazon River, and then you're what was the other one? The Arctic Circle and the Northern Lights, right? And you're there, and it's going on around you. This movie is going on around you. The storytelling is going on, basically on you and around you. That's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? I mean, I think that's. Yeah.
It is interesting, and this one is also special because the whole theme is around sustainability, right? So
Yeah.
all of the workshops, all of the exhibitions, all of the concepts, they basically highlight, even like the sculptures, the art that they're displaying. It, one, has a focus on sustainability,
Yep.
and two, it actually gives a shout out to actual change makers in the sustainability space, right? So art is often seen, I think now, more interlinked with sustainability, and if it is in the sustainable city, it makes sense for them to keep that kind of concept and that ethos at the center of even this immersive art exhibition.
Yeah, completely right. I mean, that's the whole thing going on down there, and it makes sense. It's obviously it's something that we all should be aware of, and they're very aware of it in Sustainable City, right? So I would recommend people who haven't been to one of these kind of digital art spaces. This one is well worth giving a go, and I just think it's actually, to be honest, one thing that should be said as well. It's not just the from a visual perspective, from an audible perspective as well. It all adds to the immersiveness, the immersiveness of the experience. So yeah, great stuff.
And what's actually fun about this place is that they don't just have exhibitions, they actually have some workshops and classes that both kids and adults can attend. So
Yoga?
They have yoga, they have sound healing, and they have meditation. So if you're a little apprehensive of going to one of these places, this could be a good way for you to get introduced to it, and then see if that's something that you'd actually like. And then at the same time, you'd also be taking care of yourself through any one of these workshops.
Yeah, that's really cool. Especially, I love the sound of the sound healing. I've got a lot of healing I need to do, so like I need to whip on down there. And but no, what a great space to do those kind of things.
And
you
like
know?
fully immerse yourself in that. For me personally, I like sound healing. I've done it a couple of times, and I think it sounds like a buzzword. A lot of people are like, "Oh, what does that mean? How does it actually heal you?" and things like that. But it is scientifically proven that certain frequencies do relax the brain, do relax the body. And I've done one where basically I was sitting in front of a gong.
In front of a gong.
Yeah, a big gong, and they were like tapping it at different spaces.
Oh, really?
And then they had a lot of different instruments that they would like shake around you, and then they had the bowls that have, kind of like they have triangles as well. They use a lot of different instruments to elicit those kind of responses. And the thing is, when you're closing your eyes and you can just, feel it and you can sense it and you can hear it. And in addition, they have a lot of aromatherapy that's part of it as well. You actually do feel like, wow.
Well, so that's actually, so you're there, and like, obviously, I presume you have your eyes closed, right? And then people are actually going around with the little instruments. So someone comes up with a triangle, and wow.
And it's all over, so it's not like they're just coming up to you like maybe just straight on and just playing it. It kind of goes around, so you can again sense where it's going.
Yeah. So stimulating the senses at the same time is quite impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
The triangle was one of the only musical instruments I could play.
Well, I can't play any.
So everyone could play the triangle. It's a
And the maracas.
ting, and the maracas. Could do it.
And maybe a tambourine.
Yeah, I can tap a tambourine.
Yeah.
Anything that requires any kind of musical talent, though, is where I start to falter.
Okay.
Like guitars, drums, whatever. Anything like that is not so much. But I like the sound of sound healing.
Yep.
The sound of sound healing. I've got to stop doing that. But yes.
That sounds fun. But now pivoting to something slightly different. So we were talking about immersive art exhibitions and things like that.
Yep.
This is another place to fully immerse yourself, but from an indoor entertainment perspective. So open in Alcoz, it's called Loco Bear. Very fun, very cute name. It has anything and everything that you could think of when it comes to entertainment. They have 2 laser tag fields. They have bowling. They have 18,000 square feet space dedicated to trampoline and
like a bounce park type
Yep,
deal. Yeah.
They have a soft play area. They have a slime zone, which is for kids. They have a zip line.
Can I stop you there just for 1 sec? It's actually called it's a slime universe.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
My
so sorry, not the slime zone. This is a zone it's not big enough. This is a universe of slime.
Did I miss anything else? They have darts, they have billiards, they have air hockey, they have arm wrestling.
Arcade in Jet, they've got an arcade basically,
They have an arcade, they have a VR arcade as well. Basically anything that you want to do that is considered, I would say, anything related to indoor entertainment. If you want to go jump somewhere, if you want to go into a ball of...
a massive ball pit.
Yeah, a massive ball pit. You can do that. There's so many
who doesn't
options.
want to go into a ball pit? Come on. If you don't want to go into a ball pit, what are you doing? Come on.
And the fun thing is it's open for all ages. So they have different activities for kids, for teenagers, and for adults. And speaking of bowling, so they have normal bowling, and then they have something called hyper bowling, which is like bowling meets video games, and there are no gutters as well. So I think it's like a Mario Kart type version of bowling.
Oh, really? That's
Like
interesting.
that,
That'd be worth checking out.
And
It's
it's
like targets and stuff, maybe, and you try and
try to hit them, and they're like different zones. So it's kind of like how Topgolf has the golf side of things. That's like golf entertainment. They've done bowling entertainment. I thought bowling anyway was entertaining, but they've like rebranded it to this hyper bowling experience, and it's the first time it's come to the GCC.
Yeah, okay, because I've done like the cosmic bowling in the past, where bowling where it's all everything's like kind of neon, right, and everything. That's kind of cool, but I've never done this, so that's worth checking out.
And this place is massive. It's 70,000 square feet, and I think you could just spend, even days there. I don't think 1 day would be enough to explore everything.
Yeah, because they've got like the zip line thing that they call the roll glider. Which takes you around the whole space on some kind of suspended track or something.
Like imagine, it's so big that they literally created a zip line for you to actually get an aerial view of what it looks like.
Yikes. I think that's 40 dirhams as well, so not for a go on that. And the slime universe is 70 dirhams for half an hour, right? Which is, look, it's not cheap, but it's not expensive, and there's a lot of slime in there.
Yeah.
You know,
And they
don't
have a lot
eat it though. It says on their website, one of the things is don't eat the slime, and I think that's a good metaphor for life actually in general.
Yeah.
You know, if there's slime around,
Just
don't eat it. No, because it never tastes as good as it looks. You know.
Even if it does look like food. But Loco Bear has a lot of different packages. So, you know, you can club activities together and things like that. Even bowling and all of that starts from around 60 dirhams per game. And then there are packages if you're in a bigger group and things like that. So even the trampoline, I think it's about 99 dirhams per hour. That's the starting price for like laser tag and for the soft play area, trampoline, all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I think the more potentially that you kind of put together, there's a number of different packages, but obviously if you pay for like three kind of, what would you call them? Activities, thank you. I think obviously the price comes down a little bit rather than paying it like individually or whatever. So there's opportunities there. And I've got to be honest, the place looks great.
Yeah, it looks super fun.
I mean, and 70,000 square feet. I mean, it's like a small town.
Yeah. It is. I'm going to try to check it out for my birthday.
Nice. Well, you can tell us on a future episode, you know,
how it goes.
that you ate the slime.
No, no. No.
No, but you played laser tag, or you did,
and maybe bowling, and maybe the trampoline, and all of that sort of stuff. But speaking of eating things, Richard, this is something that you can actually eat. Yeah.
Excellent.
Do you want to talk about the Market Island in Festival City?
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of people have been waiting for this. It's I think it falls into the eagerly anticipated category. It's a food hall in Dubai Festival City Mall. So called Market Island.
Yes.
It is open. It's obviously not everything that is eventually going to be there is open at this stage, because I think we're looking, once everything's open, at over 50 outlets, right? We're not quite there yet, but there's a number of outlets that are open. This place is big as well, right?
It's another 70,000 square feet, but just for food, just dedicated to restaurants, dining, live entertainment, eating out. Yeah,
I mean, it's a sprawling epic of a food hall, and I think it's got seating for 3,500 people, right? Couple of interesting points of note with this, and I think one of the major ones is that this place is actually going to have a licensed bar stroke entertainment venue within it. Not open yet, so we're waiting on the announcement exactly what the bar is going to be. But that will be the first within a mall in Dubai, so that's quite a major development, right? But I think that also plays into the whole entertainment aspect, because on Friday, Saturday and Sunday nights it's open till 1 a.m. and they're going to have live music, like you say, they're going to have live music and things like that. I've been to a place like this actually. You know, I'm very fond of Nashville in the States, right? And in downtown in Nashville, they've got the Assembly Food Hall. Similar size, similar scope. And there's always like events going on. There's always live music going on. There's always like, and it becomes the whole atmosphere of the place changes throughout that. You know, it becomes quite kind of buzzy, and I think that's basically what they're going for here. So it's very much worth checking out. I haven't checked it out yet, but I'm checking it out imminently. I believe you are as well. I think potentially.
Yes, I'm gonna try to hit it after going to an IKEA.
Yeah, where everyone needs some.
So let's see how that goes.
Yeah. Everyone needs some fun time after IKEA, because there's no fun to be had in IKEA. But that's saying someone who does just. I can't stand IKEA. I know that their furniture and everything's great. It's just the experience of going there. It's not for me. But so the Market Island, huh? Yeah. Pretty good.
And I think now let's pivot to something for the younger age group. So Hamleys is the world's largest toy store, right, in the world. It's also the oldest. And
do you want some history?
Okay, sure, go ahead.
Right, so Hamleys originally opened in 1760.
Okay.
Right? So that's fairly old. It wasn't called Hamleys at that stage. I say Hamleys originally opened. The store that became Hamleys opened in 1760. It was called Noah's Ark, and then became Hamleys. But in 1881, they opened what is still their flagship store in Regent Street in London. Regent Street, very famous shopping street, and it's like you say, the world's biggest toy store. I'm not sure if it still is actually the world's biggest, but it's certainly the oldest and one of the biggest. It's like 5 floors. And it's just like, I mean, I used to go there when I was a kid, and it was just like so much fun. It was just the ultimate place to go when you were a kid, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, Hamleys is like, when it comes to toys, Hamleys is pretty much up there with the best of them, right? And they've got something new coming. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, you can go ahead. Basically, they're launching Hamleys Play here. So in the Bay Hills Mall, they're going to be launching a massive entertainment play area with lots of like indoor soft toys and soft play areas and things like that for kids.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
So I think they've got, this is the 5th of this. It's a store as well, isn't it? So it is going to be a Hamleys shop. It's their 5th one here. But I was looking at photos of this, the kind of play area and stuff like that. How good does the sweet shop look?
It looks very nice.
Do you know what it reminded me of?
Wonka?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was thinking what you're right. So I was between Wonka, when he opens his sweet shop in the latest Wonka, with the tree in the middle and stuff like that. And also a little bit like Honeydukes in Harry Potter. In Hogsmeade, and it looks at a little bit those kind of vibes. I'm not saying it's Honeydukes, guys, right? but it looked, it has those kind of vibes about it, you know.
But it looks fun. There's a lot of components that they have. They have a sweet shop, they have the store, then they have all of these like interactive play areas, and like they've planned a lot of stuff. Like when I say play area, I know it sounds like it's going to be very normal, but it doesn't. It looks insane.
It does look insane. It's a burst of colour and I would imagine fun.
Yes.
You know, and then you can just stock up on sugar at a fantastic sweet shop. There you go. Woohoo!
And now we come to the end of our list. So Richard, do you want to talk about, I think this is a really unique and really cool concept that's coming to the Bay. So obviously we've seen shows like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, all of those kind of reality TV quiz shows, right?
Yeah.
And I've watched a lot of these and I'm like, oh, you know, I wish I could kind of go on one of these. But generally those are taking place in the US. So I was like, that's not even going to be a possibility. They've launched a quiz room here in the Bay, in Alcoz, which basically functions the same way. So even from the decor, it looks exactly like one of these reality TV shows. You get a podium, there's a buzzer that you can go and click. You can play individually or you can play in teams. Obviously, it's called the quiz room. So it doesn't really leave anything up to the imagination.
It does what it says on the tin. Yeah.
And I think it seems like a really fun concept. It's not priced too badly. Generally, prices start from 130 on weekdays, and then they go up to 160 per person.
So so I think they've got like 3 rooms, haven't they?
Yeah.
So you can have, and I think the minimum amount of people to play is 4 within one room, and the maximum is 18, right? So I think they're doing like you can do team building there as well, right? So because you could have 18 and 18, a maximum of 54 people all playing off against each other in one massive game showdown.
Yeah, and the thing is, they have 2 types of quizzes as well. So the one is the typical trivia, question and answer one, where whoever's the fastest person to buzz gets it. They have a second one, which is called a musical quiz. So they have to like guess the lyric, the song, they'll have to sing.
Yikes.
And in both of the quizzes, there are like wild cards and jokers that come in that add some spice. I'm not exactly sure what they do. I'm sure they kind of upstage you or they make things interesting and trip you up. Yeah,
you can, or maybe you can double your points on certain questions like that, and all those kind of things, right? Take a gamble, you know.
So it seems like a really fun place. It seems really cool.
Yeah, I'm a bit like you. I've always kind of wanted to go on a game show, right? In the UK, we're obsessed with game shows, right? And I've always, and I even watch like Jeopardy in the States and stuff like that. You're going to the States, actually. Maybe you go and apply for Jeopardy.
No,
but I watched Jeopardy Masters recently, and some of those people, the amount of knowledge that they're storing up in their brains is just unbelievable. But anyway, I think this place looks like a whole lot of fun. That game show experience right here in Dubai, and you can just beat off the competition, right?
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, unlike other game shows, everybody is playing for the full 1 hour that they're in. There are no eliminations or things like that, so you don't have to worry about it from that perspective. It's fun for everyone.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, and I think like as all these things we've spoken about today, what we are on the blog, but lots of them for like team building. It's because Loco Bear as well is another place that offers team building things, and I think not so much Market Island at Festival City. That's not really a team building thing, but. That's more a team lunch thing.
Yeah.
But no, but these places, I think that's one thing in Dubai now. There are so many options for away days from the office, and good options. Not let's make a 100 paper aeroplanes and see which one goes furthest. Do you know?
I know what you mean. There are so many options that you can choose from, and sometimes it gets overwhelming to know exactly what is out there. So like you said, there are so many articles on My Bayut for these places individually, and then roundups of the best places to go for team building, for team lunches, things like that, that has all of the information. If you're looking for information on parking, pricing, location, timing, all of that sort of stuff, it's there easily for you to just look at and decide.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all on there. Check it out, guys.
Yeah. So that brings us to the end of this episode. I think we have covered most of the things that are going to be coming up in Dubai soon. Probably by the time this airs, a lot of other things will have either opened or have been announced.
There'll be enough by the time this one airs. We'll have enough for another episode.
So exactly.
It's constant, right?
Yeah. So hopefully we should be back with something soon. But if we've missed any place, let us know, and we'll definitely try to include it next time, or try to visit ourselves and see. But other than that, if you need any more information, take a look at My Bayut. So that's Bayut.com /mybayut, and we'll catch you in the next one.